We literally live in a world where the word accountability and the concept accountability is a foreign word and a foreign term, irrespective, regardless of the Ras Clark language. We live in a world where, imagine me as an electrician. Imagine I go to a tenant's house. I'm on a job. Imagine, I'm not saying I would ever do this. I'm just getting you lot to think and understand. Imagine I went to a tenant's house and there was I left a socket dangerous. Let's say it's one person, they're fully able-bodied, they're not a fucking idiot, they understand danger. Imagine I left a socket that was dangerous and I said to them, I can't repair this socket right now, but it's dangerous. Do not touch it or else you're going to get electric shock. You know, if I left that socket dangerous, which I wouldn't, if that person who is an able-bodied person, who lives alone, has no children, no pets, has no one that would touch it and get themselves into, has no one like a child or a pet that would touch it and potentially get themselves hurt. If they lived alone and they was an able-bodied person, they got their brain and head screwed on and that, they understand the concept of danger. If I left the socket dangerous and they touched it and they got themselves hurt, you know, I would be in trouble, you know. Although I've told them, do not touch this socket. It is dangerous. You know, I would be in trouble, you know. This is the world. This is the era that we live in, you know. Accountability is a fucking foreign term. People don't understand that they have a duty of care to look after themselves and that. Even, how many times have you spoken to a professional person on the phone? And, I don't know, it could be, I don't know, EE or whatever, innit? You talk to someone on the phone and they say, well, we're not allowed to advise and that. Do you know why? Because, God forbid they give someone the wrong advice and the person takes it, you know, they could potentially sue that person over the phone or sue the company and that for giving out false advice or wrong advice. Obviously, there are levels to this shit, but I've even had it, just dumb stuff. Dumb stuff, asking people, like, what would you do in this situation? I can't say. Because God forbid they give me the wrong advice, the company could be in trouble, they could get sued and that. No, even if someone gives you wrong advice, it's down to you to think to yourself, do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go, or maybe this is my choice, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. So anyway, what inspired me to make this video quickly? It might be fake news, I don't know. But it got me thinking, and I've always thought like this. So, obviously Andrew Tate's been released and that. And apparently he's now been charged. It might be fake news. Because there's these fucking stupid YouTube channels that make up these fake news and that, oh, Andrew Tate coughed. Now he's fucking got a heart condition or whatever, innit? So, it might be fake news, but apparently he's been charged with inciting violence or whatever. I don't know how true it is and that, but it got me thinking. And if I thought to myself, yeah, let me make a video about this and that. So allegedly, he's apparently inciting violence and that. Now, I knew what the word inciting means, but just in case, you know, sometimes you might doubt whether you know what the word means or not. So I was like, let me check what the word incitement means. It means obviously to influence people, basically, to do something. So let's say, for example, Andrew Tate's made videos telling people to mash up people or whatever, innit, yeah? Apparently he's inciting violence and they want to do him for that. They want to charge him for that. And I think to myself, it goes back to this accountability thing. So just because you've seen a video where someone has told you, oh, mash up this person or slap this person or do this or do that. If someone goes and does it, so a man can make a video and say, do this, do that, mash up this person, slap this person, do this, do that, or whatever. And if someone does it, the person who made the video is the person who's supposed to get in trouble. That's what I'm talking about. We don't live in a world of accountability and that. Blood, I don't give a fuck what someone says on the internet. It's down to me to make my decisions in life. It's down to me to say yes or no. So what if you've been influenced by somebody? I haven't heard this for a while, but I used to hear this all the time. The reason why there's a lot of guns out on the street is because the government puts them there so that black people can pick them up and kill themselves. Blood, let's say, for example, the government did. This is some mad paranoia and that. But let's say, for example, the government did put the guns out on the street to make them accessible for the black people, the young black youths, to pick them up and go and kill themselves and that. So fucking what? There's a thing called willpower, you know. You can say no. Because if a man come up to you today in the street and said, yo, here's a dirty ass needle, let's go and shoot up heroin in the alleyway. Are you gonna do it? You're gonna fucking tell him to come at your face, blood. You're gonna tell him no, blood. Or a man say to you, yo, there's a move, you know, we're gonna go and rob a bank and that. It's sir. You're gonna say no, blood. So a man should be able to go on the internet and say whatever he wants. It's down to you as an individual to say no and think to yourself, do you know what? Maybe he thinks this is acceptable behavior and that, but I don't. How the fuck can you charge a man? Let's say it is fake news and that. But imagine it weren't fake news. Because I heard it yesterday and the story came out like 6 hours ago when I heard it. So, but let's say it was true. How can you charge a man for inciting violence and that? Blood. It's down to the individuals to make their own conscious decisions and that. It's got nothing to do with this person on the net, blood. Fucking inciting violence. So dumb. So done. But this is the world we live in, innit? We don't live in a world where we can take accountability for our own actions and that. This is why people love the word depression. They love the word depression because it's an excuse to not get off their arse and make something of themselves. Oh, I'm depressed, so that's why I'm a failure. No, you are a failure. That's why you feel depressed. We live in a world where people are doing stuff. It's a competitive world, innit? Yeah, you got man driving around in Ferraris and that with lots of money, nice girls and that. If you ain't got that, to some degree, you're probably going to feel depressed because you're coming from a place of lack. You don't have that. But we allow people to use this D word all the time. Oh, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. Same thing with the black people. And the reason why they love the oppression card and that is because it's an excuse to be a failure. It's an excuse to have tried 5 times and failed. So they'll put it down to the colour of their skin. Man, coming on the internet talking about, oh, the reason why I haven't been promoted at TGI Fridays because I'm a black person. What are you doing at working at TGI Fridays for 6 years, my brother? Seriously. 6 months? Yeah, but not 6 years, blood. What are you doing, fam? But this is the world we live in. Oh, the reason why I'm broke and that, and I'm poor and that, because I come from a disadvantaged background. Blood, you're looking at a man that come from a disadvantaged background, blood. Yeah, I come from a poor home. I come from a good home, but I come from a poor home. I didn't allow that to stop me from making something of myself. I think people feel like they need to come from an advantaged background to make something of themselves. Blood, you can be born average and make yourself above average. That's what I did. I was born average, but now I'm above average. Because I put in the fucking work. I made sacrifice and that. I weren't a sheep. I didn't think to myself, do you know what? I need to keep up with the Joneses and that. I need to value people's opinions who will not even be in my life in the next 2, 3, 10 years, blood. So that's the real talk, blood. Seriously. There's people out here putting their ideas on hold, putting their dreams, their aspirations on hold for a fucking stupid ass friend or some cousin or some family member or some associate at work or someone from their club's opinions. They're worried about, oh, what this person that's close to them is going to think and that. But let me ask you a question right now. You had a best friend in primary school, yeah? You had a best friend in secondary school, yeah? You're 25, you're 30, you're 40 years old right now, yeah? Your best friend in primary school, are you still in contact with them? The man them that you used to hang around with on your estate or your street or some play scheme that you went to when you was a youth man and that. Are you still friends with them? The people them that you was cool with at your first ever job and that. Are you still in contact with them? The answer is 90% of them people, they are extinct from your life. They're not dead. Well, they might be. I don't know. But they're extinct from your life. They're not in your life. So imagine putting your plans on hold for people that aren't going to be in your life in 10 years time. The people them that you're rolling around with right now, yeah, let's say you got 10 people around you that you can call an associate. There's no way you got 10 true friends in. But let's say you got 10 associates around you right now. I guarantee you, probably 1 or 2 of them are going to be in your life in 10 years. So imagine putting your dreams and your aspirations on hold for these fucking idiots, blood. You're worried about what your neighbours are going to think of you, blood. Let me tell you something. When you're doing shit with your life and that, people are going to hate on you regardless, but just do your own Ross Clark thing. I don't worry about nobody's opinion. I just do what I'm doing, innit? Because I know all it takes is for one argument. Imagine putting your dreams and that on hold to then have an argument with that particular friend that you're worried about their opinion, or they said, oh, don't become a rapper or whatever. Imagine putting your dreams on hold and not going for what you want to go for in life because of this person's opinion, for you to then just have an argument with that person and then they stop talking to you forever. Me and my girl was watching 90 Day Fiancé a few months ago. And there was this guy. Let's say, for example, he lives in New York, which is the East Coast. Him and his wife, who he's brought over from Colombia, they live in New York, for example. He came up, there was a job opportunity came up. Let's say the West Coast, California and that. His girl, whilst they were living in New York, for example, she started doing the modeling thing. She started getting into it or whatever. A job opportunity came up in California, which is the West Coast and that. He wanted to go for it. She managed to talk him out of it. The guy didn't end up going for the job opportunity for this one fucking woman. Blood, the fucking girl's probably going to end up cheating on you anyway or leaving you at some point in your life. I said to my girl, blood, if that was me, I would have went over there. I would have went over there. And if a woman truly loves you as a fucking man, as a man, you have to be the fucking leader of your life. If you're a woman, you can be led. That's cool. But as a man, you have to be the fucking leader of your life. Don't change no plans. Don't do this or do that for no woman. She has to fucking follow you. If the woman truly loves you and that, she'll fucking follow you. If I packed up my bags today and I said, I'm going to Jamaica, my girl will be fucking following me on that plane. Because she tells me she can't live her life without me. That's the way it's supposed to be, blood. You as a man can't think to yourself, oh, I can't live my life without my girl. That's some idiot business. That's some foolishness. Your life can only go worse. Your life can only be at a disadvantage if you think to yourself, I'm not going to take on this job opportunity or this business endeavor because of what my missus is going to think, or my missus might leave you. Plus, she's probably going to leave you anyway. If you truly don't understand female dynamics and that, and relationship dynamics and female nature, your woman is going to leave you, blood. Because you don't even understand where you're going wrong as a man. You don't understand that you're smothering her. You don't understand that she's pulling back from you. You don't understand that when she's telling you, oh, I don't want to sleep with you tonight. Oh, I'm tired. But she ain't fucking tired, blood. She ain't fucking tired, blood. I'm tired. That's bullshit. I guarantee you, yeah, any of you man that's struggling to get any action from your gal and that, if she's telling you that she's tired and that, get up and say, do you know what? I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. Yeah, there's some girl at work. She wanted to go out on a date and that, and I've been curbing her for the last 6 months. You know what? Fuck it. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out on a date with this gal. You see how fast that motherfucker wakes up. Girl ain't tired. Yeah, she's tired of you. She ain't tired. There's no way. There is no way. I don't give a fuck. If I have some business endeavor, any dream, plan, aspiration, that man live up in Northampton right now. When I move out, I'm planning to move like down closer to London, like maybe Harlow or South Ockenden or somewhere like that. My girl, she's coming. And if she don't want to come, stay up here. It's cool. Yeah, my life is going to continue. Born alone, die alone. That's my mindset. I don't live my life for no one else. I live my life for me. Because when I die, I mean, it's hard to imagine, isn't it? But when Jay Wise dies, the world is still going to continue, you know? So, yeah, people, this is the thing. When you pass away, man are going to mourn you for a month, maybe. But after that, fam, you're just a distant memory. You're 6 foot under. You're in a pack. Yeah, you're in the ground, blood. People are going to continue their life, blood. So don't put your life on hold for nobody. Yeah, obviously, if you have kids and that, then, you know what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, don't put your life on hold for nobody, innit? But that's it for today, man. It's sad that we live in a world where a man could even be talking some madness on the internet, let's say, allegedly. Why should he be held accountable for people taking on his advice? Blood, you should be able to see a situation. You should be able to make conscious and logical decisions for yourself. You think the courts are going to accept me doing this and doing that, end up in court because I mash up someone and that, and then I say, well, the reason why I done it is because I heard this guy rapping about it in a drill song or a rap song. They ain't gonna have that. They're not gonna have that. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That's it. I remember they were trying to get on to man like Andrew Tate because he must have said, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to get tarnished with this brush or whatever, yeah. But I agree with him. Women need to take responsibility when, you get me, something happens that, you know, God forbid something happens, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Not all cases, but a good percentage of them is because women have put themselves in a position where, you get me, they put themselves in unsafe environments and that. If I go down the street and I get robbed for my chain and that, and I got some big fat chain or some AP watch, blood, why was you flaunting and that? Yeah? If a man gets set up and killed for his chain or his watch or whatever, blood, you have to put some responsibility on the man. Why are you posing that and on the net? You're attracting trouble. Imagine walking around on ends with 10 grand in your pocket and you're telling people that you got, oh, you're walking around with it in your hand. If you get robbed, blood, you have to take responsibility and think to yourself, all right, cool, maybe people shouldn't be going out robbing people. Blood, you put yourself in a position. You have to give yourself the best possible advantage, the best possible outcome in life, innit? And fucking walking around or posing on the net with your watch and that, bruv, that's just gonna attract trouble, fam. Walking around with 10 grand in your pocket, telling everyone, yeah, I got this amount of money in that. Fam, you're gonna potentially be attracting trouble. If people know, fam, there's some nasty set of people on ends, you know. If people know that you got 10 grand in your yard, bruv, your door's coming off, fam. Your door is coming off, blood. If a man knows you got 10 grand in your yard, blood, your door is coming off, blood. 110%. There's man that run up in people's yards for a couple ounces of weed, blood. You talking about 10 grand? What? I don't even need to sell the weed to get money. It's there already. Fam, your door's coming off, blood. So people just need to take accountability and stop fucking blaming other people for them getting in trouble. If a man's talking some madness on the internet and that, blood, it's down to you to say, no, I'm not going to agree to that sort of behaviour, innit? And that's it. Stay wise. Done now.